Welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT. Tonight we're live on Project Cars 2 for the Pagnian Imports Porsche Cayman Cup. And tonight is round 2 and we're at Zhuhai International Circuit. So the session tonight, we've got two divisions running. We're heading off into Division 2 to start with. There's 15 minutes of qualifying. Weather is light cloud. And then the race is 20 laps. Weather is light cloud through to clear. There is a mandatory pit requirement. Then we'll have a break and head off and get ready at 8:45 PM where we'll start off in Division 1, and it's the same conditions where the drivers have 15 minutes of qualifying and the race at 20 laps with a mandatory pit requirement as well. So over to the standings after round 1 for Division 2, we have Rero de Jury 81 leading the championship on 145 points. And then in Division 1 we have Coco Dog leading the championship on 145 points. And then last week we were at Barcelona for Catalunya GP in Division 2. We just narrowly miss out on a clean sweep with taking pole and victory, with the fastest lap bonus points going to Pretzelnator. And then in Division 1 we had Coco Dog also just miss out on a clean sweep, taking both pole and victory, and the fastest lap bonus points going through to Philly Manili. We'll bring up the track now. So over to China for Zhuhai International Circuit. Game session time is starting at 10 AM. Track length is 4.31 kilometers and there's 14 turns around Zhuhai. It is a very fun, fast, yet technical track with a few tricky little corners, and otherwise it is a lot of fast corners with a good amount of opportunities for passing. We do have a driver debuting with us tonight as well. Long marks, we have Mark 61384 debuting with us tonight, so welcome aboard. Good luck in tonight's race. Drivers getting onto the track now. Looks like we're charging off first. Missing a driver tonight as well, Dan Boone, unable to make tonight's round, and he's sitting in third for the championship, so it's going to be a good opportunity for the drivers in 4th and 5th on the championship to be able to move up into that top few spot. We have Balaki in 4th with 105 points, and Marky Mark in 5th with 95, and Coolboy even in 6th with 85. Dan Boone sitting on 115 points. When there's 150 points on the line, they can easily bump themselves up through the standings. Some drivers there bunched up, taking a bit of time to try and get some temp to those tyres. We should have some very tight racing around Zhuhai. Oh, a little bit of a lag glitch there going on. That was DG goes in for a spin, but we didn't see him lag skip back across. And he brought that car back into the pits. He's just copped himself a grid place penalty as well. Speeding in pits, giving him an extra position on top of his qualifying position. Hey, Coco Dog and Steph, thanks for joining in for the stream. Some more luck for Rooney. A lot of bad luck last week. And also seeing Pretzel last week get involved with a lap car reversing out onto the track, causing significant damage. A lot of bad luck going to Pretzel last week. He hasn't joined into the session yet. Hopefully we'll be able to see him get back in. Debut mark, number 35. Those that's just joining us for the stream, if you haven't done so yet, don't forget to hit that follow button. Great to see the number of followers we're getting for the channel. Appreciate all the support for the growth of Apex Esports League and for our drivers. They do a fantastic job out on the track. And while you're joining us for the stream, there are those sound effects controls down underneath, so you can actually jump in and play and cheers and applauds as the race goes on. So do have some fun messing around with those sound effects. So will be recorded onto the stream. First timed laps coming through a 140.9 set by Mark. Demon Effects in with a 141. And PS Man sitting at 144. About 10 minutes left, so we're going to only be about 5 laps to be able to get in their qualifying times. Flash the lights from there. Rooney's just come through with a 140.950. That's only a difference of 0.27 between Mark and Rooney. Even Demon Effects only 1/10 away from that time. Simzil and DG to get time on the board. DG's car showing a fair bit of front end damage, but there's a few little lag skips, so maybe some visual damage caused by lag. Hey Gallant, yep, did hear from Steph that you're trying to make it home in time. We'll see you within that time. Marky Mark set a 2:03 for his first lap. Demon Effects has just snuck through with the pole. Now ahead of Mark by a 10th. Have Cool Boy qualifying in 4th for 143. We'll jump on board for a lap around Zhuhai so we can sure Demon is not far from now. Coming on the last straight before the final corner. Cross over the turn through. Hopefully we don't go giving the commentators curse. And he improves that time on that lap as well. Very tight turn 1, followed through in turn 2. It's going to cause a little bit of chaos in these first few corners after the grid start. A very sharp left-hand corner. That curb can throw the car out a little bit. It does have a little bit of a ridge in the middle. Very sharp hairpin. Sector 2 being the more tricky part of the track. This is where you're going to be able to make up most ground, have an advantage over your opponents. A lot of throttle control through that. Left-handed, and he's up another 10th here. Can he shave off a little bit more and break into that 139 mark? Very quick down this final back straight. And then it can be a lot of understeer through that final corner. I think it's going to be a pretty tight lap. That's a full 3 tenths, so he's broken into the 139s. Very good lap. We didn't give him the cursor on board for another best lap around. Each lap he's been doing, he's been shaving more time off. Wira just comes through with a 139.9 as well. Only 0.035 away from Demon's time. Where it was lurking back towards the bottom of the qualifying standings. It's something that usually does happen with Wira. He does sort of sit back a little bit, wait for that optimum timing, and then throws in an absolute cracker of a lap. Cool boy, just in the background there, going for a little bit of a slip, like a tad bit of oversteer through that sharp right-hander. Our debut. Mark doing well, 140.9. And Balaki qualifying in 5th. GG's shaved some more time off those laps. He's got in a 142.216. Only 2.3 away from the pole time, setting himself into 6th. Going to be decent enough, especially with a grid place penalty. It's not going to take much to be able to bump himself up another spot to compensate for that. He's only a 10th away from Balaki's time in the P5. And there's just over 3.5 minutes remaining. Facing off, or if he's going to bring that car into the pits potentially. Don't want to go taking any damage at this point. Only 3.5 minutes remaining. It's not going to give much time to be able to get in a good timed lap. Ooh, tad bit of contact. DG's just shunted down PS Man. So I'm going to have to quickly scramble back out of the pits. Be able to get another timed lap in. There's 8.9 seconds separating the 10 drivers at this stage. Looks like Dan and DG both didn't bring the car back in. It may have only just been the tiniest taps of not taking any damage. Demon still holds the pole and only just Wira very close behind it with 0.035 away from that time. What it'll take is a well-timed lap and sitting in a nice draft. You'll be able to easily get that just down one of the straights. It's 2 minutes remaining. There'll be enough time for Wira to get back out around for this out lap. He's not going to be able to spend too much time trying to get temp into these tyres. He's going to have to try and thrash that car around, try and get the temp up. see him keeping pace, trying to do that because he's got to beat that clock to get around. He can cross that control line before the timer reaches 0. He will have enough time to get one final lap in. Can he steal that pole position from Demon on the final lap? Let's have Mark, Balaki and DG currently parked up, so that'll be it for them for qualifying. Won't be enough time for them to get another timed lap in. Gets across to be able to get one final lap in. A little bit of a slip. It's going to cost him some time. Mark and Balaki both head out. Not going to be able to get a timed lap in. They may have even been in there doing a little bit of tuning. Perhaps they've jumped over into their race setup. Just get familiar with it before heading over to the grid. Qualifying is complete, so this is now final laps. Demon Effect says roll the car back to pits. And here's qualifying time, currently with pole at 1:39.9. See Mark move out of the way for Wirra, probably on the radio, communicating to get through. As this lap isn't going to count for Mark. He doesn't want to go holding up Wirra. He's got about half a second to try and shave off to better weight. Like, really going for a Sunday drive at the moment. He's not pushing that car. Eyes on Wirra at this point. He can try and take that pole. It's going to help him with his championship lead. Not enough to steal pole position. Not sure if Rooney's having some issues or not. Like he currently spun off. Like he always gives nice little burnouts before the race. Been unlucky and he's been off camera for most of them, so it's good to actually see it, but game not showing any smoke going there. And there we have qualifying for round 2 for Division 2. Demon Effects takes pole position with 1:39.912. And then the rest of the grid will be followed by Wiradajuri, Rooney, Marky Mark, Balaki, and then we've got DG, who's got a grid penalty, so he'll actually drop down into 8th position, and then Coolboy will move up into 7th. And then we've got Dan PS Man and Simo Simzel. So over to the grid now. Corby, thanks for jumping on the stream. You guys are all going well with your practice, ready for your race tonight. And Sami too, for jumping on. once all the drivers have hit that ready button, we'll be ready to see the lights go green. Demon being on the racing line, we have to make sure he gets a good solid launch where it gets the jump on him. He will be able to squeeze on up just enough to take that track position for turn 1. And they're not going to be up at full race speeds. They're going to be able to take that first corner much easier and on a tighter trajectory through the corner. There is a lot of room down pit straight to be able to maneuver and gain some positions from the start. And it does get pretty tight through those next couple of corners. They're going to have to try and find that track position and tuck in safely rather quickly. Yeah, go and be cautious there, driving and watching the stream. I want to see you stack it on the way over. Here we go, they've all readied up, about to see the lights go green. Emma away, and look at DJ get off to a huge start. He's gained 3 positions from the start, but he's gone out rather wide. Demon gets ahead. Oh, there's been contact in the back. Mark copping a hit. I think there is not too much damage. Looks like DG moved across. May have actually got wedged when they were about 3 wide. Dean gets off to a good start, but you can already see we're probing for a way around. If anything for last week is to go by with the pace that Wira was putting down, Demon's going to have to be doing very well to try and keep him at bay. Holding on, starting to drop back just slightly from Wira. Demon Effects probably hoping for Rooney to be able to close in and put a little bit of pressure on Wira. And he won't just be gauging to find a way around. He'll be also looking to try and defend that position from Rooney. The incident just before turn 1, had a few drivers move up spots, Coolboy into position 4. Malaki did take some damage, but he managed to fare okay. Well, there's a few going off as well. I think Malaki may have lost some pace. That's Mark and Marky Mark, both getting along 3 wide into turn 1. Malaki sitting right on the tail. Simo Sims are also closing on DG. We saw Dan PS Man going a little wild and off wide on that last corner. And Wira's committing to a move along the straight. It's going to be a nice fast corner. He's going to be able to probably get the advantage here for Demon. Not quite enough. And Rooney now starting to close in. It's going to be a tight battle between these 3 now. We're still looking for openings. Have a battle going on for 5th position between 2 Marks and Balaki. We're drop back a little bit through the final corner. He's got Rooney closing on his tail. Rooney contemplating going for a move. Blakey heads into the pit, so I wouldn't be surprised if he may have had a little bit of aero damage. He definitely didn't seem to have the speed going down that straight. So multiple cars go out to get around him, and he did have a good run in on that final corner. Mark closing in on Coolboy. It's about a second quicker than Coolboy from the previous lap. They're probably going to be looking at trying to get around in the course of lap 3. A little bit of rear slip from Rooney. Drop back a little bit. Less than a second that's been separating these three for those last 2 laps. Where it has not given Demon a break whatsoever. Demon seeing him weave in and out of his mirrors. Mark heading into the pits. Troop is going in to deal with some damage. Where it goes for an inside line. Almost far enough to own that track position. They're about even. Slightly put Rooney off. He hasn't taken any damage. And he's got a good gap between the rest of the field. Coolboy in 4th is currently 16 seconds behind the race lead. That's 11-second safety net between Rooney and Coolboy. Demon may be in for a little bit of trouble here now. The pressure taken off from Wirra. He's going to only be looking for opportunities to get around. Oh, a slip from Demon. He gets around very easily. Demon narrowly missing that wall. Could have been race-ending damage. He had slid off and taken that front straight into that concrete wall. A little bit of spacing going between our race leaders now. We're all putting the pressure on each other. Simo Simsel showing some significant damage. That front bar is rather loose. So he's bringing that into the pits. Issues even getting it into pit lane. Now we have our championship leader Wirra leading on lap 5. Now he's about 2.5 seconds away from Demon. If he can start putting down some very quick laps, further that gap, Demon's going to be left. Nice slipstream to try and catch up on Wirra. AJ closing in on Dan. Timo still in the pits out with a lengthy repair, so it must have been a solid hit he took. He's buckled that bonnet. The bar now fixed on, and he comes just out in front of Wirra. He's Now, about to be lapped. Blue flag will be shown to Simo. Move offline, stays out wide. Perfect spot to let the traffic through without slowing them down. Demon now needing to get around as well. Perfect there, not losing any pace for the two of them. Demon is starting to close in a little bit. It was just a fraction quicker that last lap than Wera was. Get that momentum back in. Should be able to see him start to get on the tail of Wera pretty quickly. In the battle, Balaki. DG has some heavy front end damage. There may even be some steering damage going on. Cracked windscreen, so he's taking a solid here. Car's not steering straight. That'll be a trick into the pits this lap. There, going to grab more over to the right. A lot of corrective steering going on. Demon must have made a mistake. He's now dropped into third position. He's now 7.7 seconds away from Wera. That's allowed Rooney to move up into position 2. Hey Mick, thanks for joining us. Gallier, if you're getting back 8:35, that will be no problems at all. Probably won't be that time until I've got the lobby all set up. So all doing well. All side by side between Balaki and Dan. Both veered towards each other. Good pressure there, putting Dan into a slide. DJ in the pits, seeing those lovely stealth suits on the pit crew. As of lap 8, we have Wera in the lead. Rooney in P2. That's a lapped car in between Demon Effects and Rooney. Demon sitting in P3. That's Simo Simzel. Goes out onto the exit curve, so we'll let the traffic through. Marky Mark in P4. Good boy in P5. Mark in P6. We did see him go in and pit. It did look like he took some minor damage at the race start. The time the rest of the cars ahead of him head into the pits, he should be able to recover a bit of time. He's only 6 seconds away from Cool Boy. Last lap at least 2 seconds, 2.2 to be precise, quicker than Cool Boy. At that pace he'll catch up over the course of the next few laps. Balaki in P7. And PS Man in P8. Oh, Simo's just gone off for a slide, nearly making wall contact. Oh, and just before the pit entrance too. DG in ninth position. Demon Effect starting to close that gap in on Rooney now. It's only 1 second away. Down on the bonnet. Demon's Porsche Cayman. Closing in ground on Rooney. Much later braking position, but didn't carry too much speed. So you then lost it on corner exit. His current pace is second quicker than Rooney. Recovering quickly. They got a fair bit before they catch back up to Wirra. We're nearing the halfway point. We're on lap 9. Wirra is leading by 6.9 seconds currently. They're definitely not going to be out of the race yet. We'd see almost a very close finish between Demon Effects and Wirra. Demon having some pit issues. His pit crew throwing on tyres when it wasn't part of his pit strategy. That cost him about 20 seconds in the stop. Otherwise he would have come back out only a second or so within Wirra. And we did see Wirra and Pretzel battle about most of the race. Until significant accident with Pretzi and Slappy. They both taking critical damage. Demon still keeping that fast pace up compared to Rooney. He's about half a second quicker at this stage. He's even getting in more laps than Wirra. Rooney runs off wide through the final corner. Drops the outside tyres off into the dirt. That's cost him some speed. That's going to be enough for Demon to be able to slingshot out for turn 1. Have to shave a fair bit of speed off Belches of that oversteer. Nothing worse than taking that inside line and then losing in a slip under braking. Even now in P2, 6.7 seconds away from Wirra. 6/10 quicker than Wirra's last lap. Start reining that in pretty quickly. Just gone past the halfway point. We're a lap 11 of 20. It's good to see much more luck for Rooney tonight. He didn't get a whole lot of practice ready for last week's round. He was affected by the flood. Have any opportunity to be able to get practice in. I hope everything is going fine now for Rooney. Rooney does live not far from my area, so catastrophic around here. Now in P4, just ahead is DG. And blue flag will be shown for DG. Really close that gap in a bit on Demon. Like he lost a bit of pace towards that corner. An opening, starting to pick up a lot more pace on Demon. Demon's just gone for a spin. Going to use this opportunity to go back into the pits. To just spin out just ahead of the entrance. Not sure if he was contemplating going into the pits or not. Leading out on lap 13. We're about 7 seconds away. Demon in and out with a very quick pit stop. Looks like he may have actually had a scrape on that rear left panel. Has gotten around DG. Currently 9 seconds away from Demon Effects. Both having been in and pit. Mark doesn't need to head back in and pit. He can use that early stop as his mandatory pit requirement. Try and close in on Demon and race him for position. That'll give him a shot at podium. It'll be a great outcome for your debut race, especially after being caught up with incident for turn 1. Lap 14. We're having a great lead over Rooney. It could all come down to pit stops here. In the P2. Effects in P3. Should be able to make up a bit of time once Rooney heads into the pits. Currently 35 seconds away from race lead. Marking P4. But marking P5. Lucky in P6. boy in P7. And PS Man in P8. In goes Rooney for his pit stop. PG in P9. Simsel in position 10. Super quick pit stop for Rooney. And it isn't too long of a pit lane. Just had Kakadu try and join in later in the session. So missing the start of the race. Drivers tonight, Kakadu, Pretzel, Slappy, and Dan Boone. Looks like Dan PS Man's car giving blue flag to let Rooney through. Slide, doesn't want to be unpredictable here. Was very lucky. And in goes Wirra. Usually seeing pits being done in the last lap. So slightly early pit stops here, and we get a great shot of the actual pit stops here as well. So no change done there. Drivers don't have to actually have anything done to the car to be able to serve the mandatory pit requirement. We're back under away, still in the race lead. We'll get some updated timings in a sec once Rooney crosses that control line. Should anyway. There we go. Still at that 7.5 second mark. Pit stop went well for Wirra. Demon now only 12 seconds behind. Got 5 seconds till he catches up to Rooney. Demon having much better luck in the pits tonight. Just joking in the lobby, saying that, giving a stern warning to his pit crew for tonight after the unfortunate incident with being stuck for an extra 20 seconds in the pit stop. Those last laps. Well, currently in 6th, he's only about 4 seconds away, even 3 now. He's quickly closing in on Marky Mark. He may have opportunity to try and claim a position here in these last few laps. Currently on lap 16, about to start lap 17. Slightly cuts that corner. Not sure it'd be enough, but it'll probably give him a slowdown. He does. Probably won't worry about it too much. He takes it 1 second. Ooh, a little bit of a slip. He was given a slowdown. It's probably enough there just to have compensated for that. Demon showing some heavy front end damage to that car. Like he's just made some recent contacts. He has dropped back a fair bit. He's now 17 seconds away. He's got 9 seconds between himself and Mark. be lucky to be able to keep that car on the track for these last few laps and hold that podium position. That will be what he'll be wanting to do. He's actually sitting second in the championship. Got 129 points to Wira's 145 for the championship lead after round one. Stay in the game for the championship tonight. He wants to be able to stay as close to Wira as possible. Malaki's still closing that gap in on Marky Mark, now only 2 seconds away. That last lap was nearly 3 seconds quicker than Mark's time. Going to have a couple of laps to try and get that position at this pace. He's definitely going to be right on the tail for the final lap. Been out the front on his lonesome for a good portion now. His first opening laps, and some huge pressure on Demon, and then also Rooney sitting on the tail of Wira. Lucky right up the tail of Marky Mark now. Just careful not to make contact, goes for an outside move. Uses it to switch back, a little bit of oversteer on that corner exit. That's going to put him in a nice position. Marky Mark veers over the tuck back in. He's almost going to try and commit for an inside line pass here. They're going to be swapping backwards and forwards. Some tight racing between these two here. A fantastic battle for position 5. Blakey goes for another outside move. He uses it to switch back. I don't think it's enough. Are they going to be side by side? No. Close out, nearly making rear contact on board with Blakey. Absolutely flying down pitch straight, side by side, but he's got the track position for turn 1. Look at that car bouncing under brakes. Had some huge speed. He was trying to keep that car under wraps. ABS would have been going haywire, pulling that car up. On lap 19. Blakey now just needing to keep Marky Mark at bay for those 2 laps. On DG's taking some huge damage. We're going to have to play caution just in case that car veers across. It could be a bit unpredictable with the damage. Like he's missing that bonnet. Taken a solid hit and some suspension damage as well. That's the corner. I wasn't going to try and get through there with the damage it's facing. We're on the final lap. Wira's got a 9-second lead over Rooney. Effects 10 seconds behind. Then a further 10 seconds is Mark in P4. It looks like the results will be cemented in for the current 3 for the podium. fantastic drive from Wira tonight. Going to be off to a great start in the championship lead. Having 2 wins from 2 for the series. Congratulations, Wira, taking the checkers home, top of the podium. We're only being about 7 seconds behind in the end. Congratulations, taking P2. Sims are having some fun trying to crash that car across the line. As spectacular as last week's Stacky managed to cause the car to do. Demon P3. And good outcome for Mark after recovery. His debut race taking P4. Blacky's just taken some damage. Oh, and he slides out. I think that's the final corner. He's got about 7-second gap between himself and Marky Mark. He's going to be lucky. It was well timed. Probably can't afford to go sliding too much just in case he doesn't get across the line in time. Then the AI slamming into each other there. Lucky takes P5, Marky Mark in P6. Bull Boy in P7. On approach to the final corner. 35 seconds remaining at these last laps done. Should be just enough to see Cool Boy cross the line. And we'll be able to see the results for round 2, Division 2. And there we have it. Conclusion for round 2 for Division 2. We're taking another victory. And doesn't take the fastest lap bonus points. I did actually get that wrong during the broadcast last week. And it does look like a 1:44.07. That's by Wira, so taking the fastest lap bonus points. That's going to help him more. Championship lead, so well done there to Wira. And then also on the podium is Rennie in P2 and Demon Effects in P3. And we'll be inviting those guys in for a chat in a moment. In the rest of the standings, we have Mark Balaki, Marky Mark, Cool Boy, Dan PS Man, DG, and Simo Simsel. So I'll just take a moment while I invite Wira, Rooney, and Demon into the chat. There we go, I should see those guys joining in a moment. Okay, the guys joining in. Congratulations, Demon, taking P3.
Yeah, very good. Bit frustrating. Had 4 spins that race, but to still finish within 20 seconds, I was pretty happy with that. So.
Yeah,
Pit crew did the right thing today. That was good.
Yeah, much better luck there, not adding that extra 20 seconds. That definitely could have seen Mark probably get up onto the podium around you if that was the case.
Yeah, 2 of my errors were in that last hairpin. I just tried to get on the loud pedal before straightening the wheel, so that's what happens.
Yeah, it did look like you took a bit of front end damage towards the back end as well.
Yeah, that was my fault for my last spin, so I thought I'd just keep going. So.
Yeah.
But I did my PB and quali, so that was pretty cool. But Rooney and Wira had good pace, so they were a good race. Well done, guys.
Yeah, congratulations, P2 Rooney.
Cheers, Damien.
Yeah, cheers. Not a bad race.
Not much better luck compared to last week, so it's good to see you up on the podium.
Yeah, I think we were starting with too much speed today, but happy to get a second place.
Yeah, good comeback after last week, so well done. And congrats, Wira, that's going to be good for the championship lead.
Yeah, thanks JT, mate. I'll take the points while I can, mate. No, Rooney, Demon, they're certainly fast, so we'll look forward to the next couple of rounds, mate, and see how we go. And congratulations, Damon, Rooney. Well done, fellas, getting on the podium.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it was
cheers.
some great battles between you three for the opening laps as well. There was less than a second between the three of you for a good portion.
Yeah, mate, I'm not too sure what happened to Rooney and Demon, mate, but I know I sort of put the pressure on Demon for a little while, hoping maybe he'd make a mistake, and he made a mistake, and then he wasn't too far behind me, and then all of a sudden he dropped off again, and
Yeah, I made the same mistake in the same corner.
it was sort of, I just kept
Sort of
seeing
thing.
this sort of battle going on between Demon and Rooney, sort of back and forth. And
Yeah, I felt alright at the start because I knew I could shut the door and get away out of the corner. I had good pace out of the corners, but
Yep.
I just made too many mistakes. So
Yeah, no, well done, guys. It'll be great seeing us battle out again around Nürburgring next week.
yeah, looking forward to it, JT. Can't wait, mate.
yes, thank you very
No
much.
worries.
Thanks,
See you
JT.
next week.
Cheers.
Thanks, JT,
Yeah.
mate.
No worries. There we have our podium finishes with Wera taking the victory, Rooney in P2 and Demon Effects in P3. And then we will be taking a short break and be back at 8:45 PM ADT as we start for Division 1's qualifying and race, and it'll be the same conditions, 15 minutes qualifying and the 20 laps around Zhuhai. So do stay tuned, we'll be back very shortly. welcome back. We're heading off into session 2. So now joining in for Division 1 session. So we've got 15 minutes of qualifying and then the 20-lap race for Division 1. So we are in China for Zhuhai International Circuit. It's the same weather conditions and time as it was for Division 2. Track length is 4.31 kilometers with 14 turns. Weather is light cloud cover for the qualifying. And then we saw some very good tight racing going on in Division 2, so we should probably see the same thing going on in Division 1, because we saw some great battles last week. Got 11 currently in. We'd have 12. We've got Pretender having some issues with the network, with some multiple dropouts in the lobby. Hopefully he can get his connection issues sorted, especially with the remaining 4 minutes of qualifying. If they're not in by that stage, they'll actually let them start on the grid. We've got Sami going back in after not being able to make it last week. Feeling occupied with work, responding to all the flooding issues. So, welcome back, Sami. Go through and re-familiarise ourselves with all deliveries. A little bit of a lag spike. We should be seeing someone joining us. Pretender. He has made it into the session. Hopefully no disconnects go on for him. Gallon makes it in time. Started qualifying. He was in the stream chat for Division 2. And he was on his way. Balaki, yeah, they were mentioning, Stefan, stating that you may have actually ran way too much fuel. We did notice the car wasn't quite as fast on the straights compared to the others. So you're running rather heavy on fuel, that would do that to you, Balaki. It's unfortunate, but still a brilliant comeback, a great drive, especially being caught up start of the race and come back as you did. Solid effort, mate. Pretender's disconnected again. Maybe having some bandwidth issues. As we're making our way through, got Doggy Daddy, DK Rush, and like it was a great battle between you and Marky Mark. Those last couple of laps were great. First times on the board. Doggy Daddy that first crossed the line, so he was the first car to scramble out on the track. We've got Vortex. Spray and Pray having dramas last week, a lot of bad luck, a fair few spins. Hopefully might score on his side this week at Zhuhai. We've got Sami and he's just gone for a big spin. Tender's dropped out and can't get into another invite. The invite's actually not coming through from myself for some strange reason, but now I'm actually directing in the race, I can actually resend, so I'm going to have to just respond to this message briefly. Bear with me. Head farmer showing a little bit of damage at the moment. Like a buckled bonnet for Corby. Let's see if it's also the same on the broadcast. I don't believe so. No, it is actually the same. It just looks a little bit more hefty on my side. We've got 12, we've got Pretender back in. The guys sending him through an invite. So hopefully that connection is much more stable for him now. Corby takes pole with a 139.6. See Sami off in the distance there, getting a little bit broad on turn 14. A lot of traffic coming out off turn 1. Over to Coco Dog, who's our championship leader. His closest competitor is Corby, and then it was Philly in position 3. Philly unable to make it tonight. That's going to give a good opportunity for Coco to be able to stream ahead on the championship lead if he can have a great result tonight. That's also going to bring an open opportunity for DK Rush to move on up, because he's also got 113 points. There's only 1 point difference between himself and Philly. Cliff currently in 4th with 140.8. There we go, looks like connection issues sorted for Pretender. Quickly disconnecting from the session as soon as he would load in, so he's been out for his out lap. There doesn't appear to be any lag skips going on. Under 7 minutes remaining for qualifying. Will be the only driver to get into the 139. He said that pretty early on, so we'll be seeing be able to improve on that time. 8 temps ahead of position 2, and that's Vortex. DK just bringing that car back into the pits. Currently qualifying 4th for 140.7. Oh no, he's just been bumped down. That Spray's moved it in. Oh, and another bump down as well. Gallen moves into position 2. Second driver to get in the 139s. I think that may be Spray and Pray. No, that's actually the head farmer. Looks like Gallen may have actually had a great run coming down the pit straight, where he was able to tuck in behind Head Farmer and get a little bit of extra speed. Hopefully he can also carry that same momentum for this lap, so we'll put him in a good position for the start of the lap. Oh no, he's just had to bring the car over. Vortex now bumped down to P4. Gray in 6th. Leafing in position 8. Coming back out of the pits. If you are just joining us for the stream, don't forget to hit that follow button. You'll be notified when we go live. We run Project Cars 2 every Thursday night, and we've also got iRacing on Monday nights. And we're also running the Porsches. So that's the Porsche 911 Championship on iRacing. That's been some great racing already in those first 2 rounds. After each 5-round series, we do change the class. So we'll be seeing supercars coming on board at the conclusion of the Porsche series for both Project Cars and iRacing. If you love your V8s, it's going to be plenty of great action. They are always our most popular series when we run it. Don't forget to use those sound effects controls down under the stream. Kalaki's been having some fun playing with them. Throwing a cheer and a yeet out there. You can cheer and applaud, boo, or a whole bunch of other fun stuff. So they'll be recorded over stream, so do have some fun with that. Try and jump on board for a lap around. Get a hot lap from the cockpit. It's going to get spammed with a bunch of notifications from Pretender with all the amounts of times that he's tried to reconnect and join back in. Sami's Delta was showing that he was on for a hot one actually. Jump on board with Pretender. Hopefully we don't jinx him. They're heading out and pit straight down into turn 1. You can see that very cambered corner, so you can get a lot of slip. It is rather bumpy and tricky. Sharp left-hand corner to end sector 1. Pretender currently 1.5 temps up. Hey, Weaver, thanks for joining the stream. Pretender's not going to have to shave much off here if he keeps at this pace, even at the 10th. That's going to see him move up into position 4. Got Pretender, DK, and Vortex all sitting at 0.801, 0.833, and 0.834. Even Spray. Lots a bit of time, but it's going to be enough to at least gain potentially 2 positions. Trade is also sitting 0.839 away from that pole time, so they are very tight, those 4 cars. Carry a good amount of speed, he's got a nice light load of fuel. 0.92 off his best, so no movement up the left. Oh, his car just goes flying up into the sky. Not sure if that was on the stream there. Not sure whose car that was. Concluding there. Qualifying lap, deciding to ram it right into that wall at the end of turn 1. Corby still holds that pole position. We've got 14 seconds remaining. This will be final laps. Countdown's done, so there's 90 seconds to go to this final lap. Gallen's 0.055 away from Corby. He uses this lap to steal pole position away. Just across the sector before I got to bring it up so we can see how he's on track. Tender just ahead of him, and he's carrying some good pace. That could be beneficial to Gallen. Pretender improve that time this time around. No, it doesn't improve that. Gallen brings currency, must have been on for a good one. I think Head Farmer's across the line. Looks like AI maybe in control of that car. And they all were. So there we have qualifying results for Division 1 in round 2 at Zhuhai. Corby 387 takes pole position with a 139.657. Not too was Gallen 350 in second place, and then the rest of the grid we then have Asami, Vortex, DK, Pretender, Spray and Pray, Head Farmer, Mick Cliff, Coca Dog, Steph, and Doggy Daddy. Over to the grid now. And we got all 12 coming across. Pretender still managing to keep that connection stable, so that's good. Hopefully it continues throughout the race. Do take note of our social media links bottom of the stream, so you can check those out after the racing tonight. It's our Facebook page where you'll be able to keep up to date with all our results, standings and incident reports, and then also our YouTube channel, which is the bit.ly/ApexESL. You do have to enter in case sensitive for that link to work, so you can go back through and check out all our previous broadcasts to see how our drivers have fared over all the previous series over the years. Where you can check out your favourite drivers and all their previous action in all the other series we've done. All drivers readied up. Light's about to go green for round 2 for Division 1. And we're away, and Gallen gets off to a pretty good start. He's going to be neck and neck with Corby. He's just ahead. He actually gets a whole amount in. Look at Sami already making a move. Gets up alongside of Corby. Corby now dropping back into P3. Vortex also tucking in. Very good, tight first corner for them all. Nice and clean. Vortex and Corby battling it out. Dropping 2 positions. DK sitting tight behind the 2. Even side by side, and talk to the back. That was the Head Farmer, Coco Dog battling it out. Slippery for Gallen, it's costing some pace. It's going to allow Sami to put some pressure on now. up without Corby going for an outside exit move. He did drop a tyre off, losing a little bit of pace. Lines up on the inside here. A bit of a switchback move going on with Sami, but a tad bit of wheel spin. There's not a lot of room between these two cars. Oh, there's been a big spin, a spray. Polka Dog heading into the pits as well. I don't think he's taken any damage. Could this be strategic? Just seeing how quick that pit stop is. Specco is caught up a little bit amongst the traffic. That was a very quick stop, so I don't think it was to deal with any damage. They've just been getting out of that traffic. And he might sit back and plug at some laps as the field ends up cleansing itself over the next laps, and then he'll just plough his way through by the time everyone else has to come in for their pit stop. Dog will need to try and move up as much as he can. Corby flying out at front at the moment. Is going to be a big opportunity for him to be able to take the championship lead at round 2. They're side by side with Gallen and Corby. They are neck and neck. Gallen has to yield. Sami dropping back into 5th position. He's now tucked in behind DK. They're both closing in on Vortex pretty quickly. Off a little bit. He moves to the inside, contemplating a move on DK. Starting to fall back away from Corby. Last lap, 140.3 by Corby, a 141.1 by Gallen. Gallen's going to have to try and hold on, otherwise Corby's going to keep pulling away. Have a good advantage. DK sandwich between Vortex and Sami. Starting to close in a little bit on the head farm, but he has dropped off. Yeah, starting to put some pace on Doggy Daddy. Different lines. DK just been passed by Sami. Really got around. It's like minor error from DK. claim that position back, clawing his way back up towards the front. Goes through a nice inside move. Left-hand corner coming up here. Is he going to be able to hold it off? Gets him on the bend. Pushing nicely for the final turn. Vortex carrying a lot of speed. Still, he's going to try and slingshot out for turn 1. Only have enough to have that track position. Side by side through the exit turn 1. Ball's back, he's going to have to quickly lock back in. Otherwise DK could have just nosed on up. Great, currently in the pits. Seems to have been a quick stop. Both Spray and Steph were pretty close to each other for a little while. Spray peeled off into the pits. Gets the pass on the head farmer. It's DK and Vortex battling it out now. A couple of times for those last 2 corners, costing a little bit of pace. We're currently on lap 5 of 20. Corby's in the lead. After taking pole position but dropping several positions in that first lap, he's made his way back up into the race lead. Got 1.8 seconds over position 2, which is Gallant. Bonnet. DK. Trying to reclose that gap in on Vortex. Armies received a post-race time penalty. He's wearing 1 second. Farmer still hanging on to Nick Cliff. Seconds behind them is the Pretender. And lap 7's nearing the halfway point. Already had a couple of drivers head into the pits. Great head on into the pits. I'm not sure if he may have taken damage. Coco very early on in the race. I don't think he was involved in any damage. He's only 31 seconds from the race lead, so by the time you take into account the rest needing to pit in, would definitely make his way back up. So he's got a good stretch of empty track ahead. He's got 11 seconds till he catches Steph. Steph right on the tail of Doggy Daddy. Been slowly reining him in each lap. Goes for an inside line move, not far enough up. She could definitely be able to get him here. The slipstream, she's going to be having a huge amount of speed. Will she commit to it? She does. The car trying to pull up. Drilling past. Oh, that's the Pretender's just gone for a spin just ahead. Not sure if he's taken any damage. He only just spun on the grass. Oh no, he has flattened that front end, so he's taking some front aero damage. DK still working on trying to get around Vortex. Vortex 6/10 quicker last time around compared to DK. Still furthering that lead. Only a full second quicker than Gallen on lap 7. He's now got a 3.3 second lead. Closes that gap a little bit more. Very big differences in sectors. DK starts to close in on Vortex. Vortex then starts to pull away. Pretender is heading into the pits, dealing with that front end damage. A little bit of a lengthy stop for him. Cliff starting to close in on DK and Vortex. Vortex on that last lap dropping off a little bit, landing in the 142s. DK at 141.3 and Cliff at 141.6. Starting to drop off a little bit. He's now nearly 4.5 seconds away from Corby. That's allowed Simon to close in a little bit. Like a slight error costing Gallen about a second on that lap. Finds his way back up into position 3. He's on track to now potentially get into P2. battle between DK and Vortex continues. Okay, they're just closing a fair bit towards the end of that sector, and Vortex starting to pull away again. Things Vortex much quicker through sector 2. Corby on his lonesome out front at the moment. 4.7 second lead. He's on lap 11. Currently in position 12 as of the halfway point. Grand Prix in P11. Polka Dog in position 10. Just up ahead is Doggy Daddy. He's making his way back up. These other drivers haven't yet hit. The early stop may very well work quite well for strategy here. Doggy Daddy in position 9. Polka Dog gets the move on him. Doggy may have been moving offline, not fighting the position too much. Still not enough pace for Coco Dog to get around. So he's just gone off track. He may have gone for a slide and he's using the opportunity to head into the pits. Coco Dog moves up around Doggy Daddy now in P9. We have Steph in position 8, also heading into the pits. Sami is in position 7. Ed Farmer in P6. We've got Cliff in P5. DK Rush in position 4. Vortex now having a good gap over DK. He's got 3 seconds now. Managed to pull away nicely. Holding P3 for a while. Gallon in position 2. 5.2 seconds away from our race leader. It's Corby. Now on lap 12. There's 8 to go. Sami now back out on track after that pit stop. Joins in position 9. Up ahead is Doggy Daddy and Coco Dog. And actually see this now. Coco's early pit stop is actually working rather well. We did just see Sami up in the top few. After pitting and after going for a little slide. Now coming out of position 9 and only 3 seconds away from Coco Dog. So Coco already serving that pit. They are now racing for position. Allen also now just coming out of the pits. We're seeing some weird times. Doggy Daddy now pitting and heading in. Dog. Only 9 seconds behind Gallen. Here's the first car ahead of him, out of the race leaders to have been in and pit. And with 7 laps to go, you could easily start to rein that in. Been getting some very consistent lap times. He's in the 141s. Head Farmer's got back up to Midcliffe. Just lost that pace a little bit. Had a bit of understeer through that corner. DK moved up into P3 and he peels off into the pits now. Vortex in position 2. Midcliffe moves up into P3. Head Farmer into position 4. Big stop for DK. Gallen moves back up into position 5. Ooh, I'm not sure what just went on there. Ooh, and some more issues there. It's like that car just suddenly jolted off to the left. Cost him big time. Coco and Sami's going to get him here. Possibly DK. He's managed to get up to speed just in time. Putting some big pace down on Coco. Pressure's on for Coco here. Nice inside pass. Heading into pits as well. We're on lap 15. I'll be leading by 12.5 seconds. Our top 3 currently requiring to head into the pits to serve the mandatory pit requirement. Sami's car boggled down a little bit through turn 1, carrying a lot of speed through. By the time we see Head Farmer and Vortex pull into the pits, you could easily see loses off a little bit of pace. See Sami, Coco Dog and Gallen all move back up into those top few positions. Potentially see Coco Dog position 3. Getting started mid to rear at the grid and hit in on that first couple of laps. Strategies played out very well. DK got the run on Gallen. Gallen's carrying that speed for that final corner. A slingshot out. And some great moves through turn 1 tonight out of both the races. Corby not even getting to see the car out ahead yet. He hasn't quite caught up. Only lap traffic. So they're all currently on lap 16. At this rate, we're probably going to see all cars cross the line. And I do believe we had that last week as well. That's great to see all cars finish on the last lap. Gallen dropping back. Looks like he'd see the slowdown request. No, actually it's a 10-second penalty, so it's speeding in pits. That's going to be rather costly for Gallen. This rate with Spray only 2 seconds behind him. He's also wearing a time-second penalty, but only 1 second. Philly, thanks for joining us. Ryan missing out on the race. You're having a good time off the wedding that you're heading off to. And in goes Corby now. Heading on lap 17. We need to see Vortex and the head farmer head in the pits. Vortex decides to stay out. You already hear Corby released from the pits. Seeing some haywire in the gap timings that will resolve in a sec. As Corby comes back out 7 seconds behind Vortex. Vortex does need to head in and pit. We're going to have to do it on this lap or the next. It's the same for the head farmer as well. You can see him peel off. That'll allow Sami and Coco to easily move on up into P2 and P3. DK starting to close in a bit on Coco. It was 7/10 quicker that last lap. Potentially looking at a shot for podium here if he can get around Coco. It's going to be pretty crucial for Coco to try and get on the podium. In goes Vortex. We see Head Farmer, yes, also peeling off. That sees Corby take back the race lead. It's lap 18. Now starting lap 19. Oh, here we go. Vortex just pulls back out from the pits. Near a couple of seconds ahead of Sami. Coco Dots dropped right back off here. He's only 3 seconds away from Sami. And starting to get some pressure from DK behind. to be a last lap move to try and steal that podium. Gallen right on the tail of the head farmer. He needs to try and get around and get ahead as far as he can. He's got that 10-second penalty. It's going to cost him a position. Corby crosses the line. White flag up now. Making it the final lap. It's got a full 15.2 second lead. Can take this lap pretty easy. Vortex might be in some trouble here. Sami's putting some big pressure on. Carried a good amount of speed through turn 1. As to get position 2, he's only got this lap to make the move. And it's the same here between DK and Coco Dog. Coco Dog goes to defend that inside line. DK goes out wide, carries a good amount of speed. It's going to be able to put him in a good position for this bend going up to the right. Going to be side by side. Then we go off into a left-hand turn. I think Coco may just have enough to get him. What a battle here. Some good defensive lines from Coco. Some great commitments here from DK trying to get the pass. Corby's just crossed the line. Vortex has just been passed by Sami. Tight battles in the final corners. Position 2 and position 4. Congratulations to Corby taking the victory. Corby takes the checkers. Sami in P2. Vortex in P3. That 1 second penalty not quite enough to get him. All was side by side for a photo finish between Coco Dog and DK. Coco manages to keep him at bay, taking 4th position. DK in 5th. McCliff in 6th. Head Farmer takes 7th. Spray and Pray in 8th position. Gallen takes 9th. So losing out those spots to Spray because of that 10-second penalty. Pretender crosses the line in 10th. Should be able to see all drivers cross the line potentially. Steph in 11th, 32 seconds. Last corner for Doggy Daddy. We should be able to see all drivers cross the line. What a fantastic drive by all. Well done, Doggy Daddy. And there we have it. Division 1 race for round 2 at Zhuhai. Corby takes the checkers. And then also on the podium is Sami in P2 and Vortex P3. And we'll quickly scan through to see who may have got the fastest lap. It's pretty close between Corby and Sami. 1:42.20 and a 2:83. I don't think anyone's got a faster time than that by the looks of it. So I think Corby takes the fastest lap as well. So a great round for Corby. And then the rest of the standings after Corby, we have Sami, Vortex, Coco Dog, DK, Rush, McCliff, Head Farmer, Spray and Pray, Gallen, Pretender, Steph, and Doggy Daddy. So we're bringing in podium finishers into the chat. So we'll be talking to Corby, Sami in Vortex in a sec. It takes a while to load this up. should see them loading in a second. If you do have any questions, you can always throw it in the chat forum. We've got Corby. Congratulations, Corby.
Thanks, dude.
Great round. Fastest lap as well.
Oh, yeah, I thought it might have been closer because Sami had a .2 as well, thereabouts.
Yeah, 283 and a 220, so very close.
Yeah, nice. I thought Gal might have had one there close as well because he was driving really well as well.
Yeah, 46.98, so several in the 40s, so there's some very tight times.
Yeah,
There's,
qualifying there was lots, like from 3rd to 10th or something, it was like half a second.
Yeah, not much separating at all, and all drivers crossing the line too, so getting all 20 laps done, so fantastic race by all. But you're out there by yourself for a good portion.
Oh, once
Not seeing anyone, no cars to lap.
Yeah, I was just looking at my lap times on the left, and I leave my heads up with my fastest lap, so that's my pace car. So
yeah,
you know, after the first few laps with Sami and Gal, just sort of tried to hit the mid to high 40s, and yeah, it is hard when you're by yourself. You sort of just have to tunnel vision, and it's got a nice long straight, so get a nice drink of beer on the home straight. So,
that's the secret to winning then, is it, Colby?
I'm telling you, it is, yeah. You get a little refreshment every lap. Well done, another clean lap.
That's it.
So, but yeah, look, thanks Sami and Gal, and well done Vortex, mate.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, well done, Cobes.
Yeah.
Good race, mate.
Yeah.
Congrats, it was a good little battle between Sami and Vortex for a good while. Sami's putting the pressure on your Vortex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him a little tap there at the end, sort of, and that little hairpin's coming out. I sort of squeezed him out a little bit, which I probably sort of didn't really mean to do, but yeah, it was good. It's good, clean running, so. Bit of a shame, yeah, when I was running with Corby and Gal early on, and sort of I think Corby got Gal sort of ran a little bit wide, and I thought I'll try and get up the inside and run with Corby, but Gal sort of turned in and yeah, sort of clipped the front end and spun me around, so, but these things happen, so.
Yeah, good comeback in the end to be able to take P2.
Yeah, no, it's good. Good car was good, so yeah, it's just a shame I couldn't run up there with Corby, so. Been good, but yeah, it was a good battle with Vortex in the end. So, well done, Vortex.
Yeah, congratulations, mate, on the podium.
Yeah, first one.
Yeah, well done. Good to have you up there and giving the guys some trouble and some pressure. So, yeah, well done.
Yeah, thanks.
Got a taste for it now, so
yeah, keep giving it to them.
That's it.
Yeah, congratulations, guys.
That's good.
It's going to be fun seeing you do it again next week for Nürburgring.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Yeah,
Right, Corby, Vortex, and cheers, JT, for another good night.
Yeah,
No worries.
See you next week.
Alright, see you.
There's. Then we have podium finishes. Corby taking the checkers with Sami in P2 and Vortex in P3. So we'll be able to check out next up on the series, which we have round 3 next week at Thursday, 7:30 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and round 3 is the Nürburgring GP, and it is one of my favourite tracks. It's got some great technical corners in there. This is going to be great seeing these guys battle it out in the Porsche Cayman GT4s. And then don't forget to hit that follow button if you haven't done so, so you'll be notified when we go live. So we'll be back again on Monday night with iRacing for the Porsche 911 Championship. So if you love your Porsches, there's plenty of it coming over the coming few weeks, and of course V8s coming up very soon as well. So thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you trackside next time.